Good morning. How is everyone doing today? Happy Saturday. I hope you've all had a great week. We've all made it through another one, so it's time to do what we always do on the weekend. Just relax, make something really tasty, and just spend time with the people you love. It's also time to get all the housework and everything done. And today, I wanted something hearty and filling and tasty, but I don't have a ton of time to cook today. So, I'm going to make one of my favorite sandwiches. I was in Philly 3 years ago, and Philly cheesesteaks for sure are the synonymous sandwich if you're talking Philly. But when I was there, I was introduced to another sandwich they're famous for. And to me, it was tenfold better than a cheesesteak. Don't get me wrong, I love my cheesesteak. But there's something about this that is just so warming and delicious. And what's even better, it's nothing to make. So I figured, you know what? It's a gray, cloudy day. I've got a ton of stuff to do. So I can just let this sit and cook, because once all the ingredients are in that pot, it's done. I let that cook for 4, 5, 6, 7, however long. Do it in your slow cooker. I'm doing it on my stovetop because my slow cooker died on me and I have to buy a new one. But it's this simple. Really skill level 2, if we really push it. And it's using a lot of stuff that most people already have around the house. If not, it's all stuff you can find at the grocery store. So let's get cooking. So on my board, Foxy had to make an appearance. So let's just get Foxy out of the way, because Foxy is not part of today's dinner. But we do have some nice sweet peppers. And these never open up as easily as you think the package would. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because we're going to use all of them, so we're just going to chop it. This also comes a little handy garbage bag. So with these, all I'm going to do, chop the ends off, chop them down the middle. What I like about these minis is there's not a ton of seeds. And you can see I'm just chopping them in half, taking the end off, chop. So far, like, this is the hardest part of the whole meal. And not very difficult at all. But what a dish this makes. Like I said, the prep time on it is nothing. Like, you'll see how fast we assemble this. It's just how long you can afford to let it cook. And to me, this is why it's a weekend meal. Because I can just put it on my stove and not even think about it. I just know come dinner time, getting notifications, turning them off this week, and I'm still getting them. So who knows what's going on. And there we go. So all my peppers, just like that, are going into the pot. Really hard, eh? Next, we're just going to take an onion. And we don't have to do anything fancy with this. Don't have to worry about chopping it up too much. because this is really just for flavor. So again, I'm just going to roughly chop that into chunks. And it goes into my pot. Again, we'll get rid of that junk. Next, we've got some garlic. There we are. Garlic is one of those things that in this dish really makes it. It really defines a lot of what this dish is. A ton of flavor, but it really just brings the dish to that level that we really need here. So all I'm doing is I'm peeling it. You can use, sorry about all that. You can see I'm just putting in 4 cloves. If you want to put in more, go ahead. I'm really sorry about those dings. If you want to add more, go ahead. If you want to add less, you can, but I wouldn't really use less than, say, 2. We want that flavor in there. Next, that's really annoying. Next, we just have a standard round roast. Nothing special. It was just a cheap roast that I could find. But what I liked about this one, I'll try and get it on the camera, is you can see the grain. It's really long and it runs the whole length of the roast. So when this cooks up now, it's just going to fall apart and almost be like a shredded beef, which is exactly what this dish is. It's just how it's seasoned and everything. And once again, that's going to go straight into my pot. So we haven't done anything here that you can't do. So you can see in there, we just have my salsa, we have our peppers, our onions, our garlic, we have that steak. Next, we're just going to add some seasonings. And again, this is part of what makes the dish. 2 tablespoons of oregano. 1 tablespoon of thyme. We already have some garlic powder, fresh garlic in there, but we're going to add some more. Another tablespoon of garlic powder. Don't need any salt, but we do need pepper. So, we've got 2 tablespoons of pepper. Next comes one of the secret ingredients to this. You can find this in most shops. Whoops, I never changed the camera over. Wow, I'm doing so good today. Really sorry about that. So here's my pot. Again, with our peppers, our onions, our steak, all of our seasonings. See, this is why I've got to stop filming early in the morning. This is one of the next ingredients, and they are known as pepperoncini. These are little peppers that have been spiced. They aren't too spicy, but I'm really sorry about these dings. But they're briny, they're vinegary, a little bit of heat in the back, and most of the time you can get them whole. I was really lucky to find them pre-sliced, which saves me a ton of time. And I add 1 whole jar, brine and all. We want all those flavors to get in there. Don't come out as easy as we want sometimes. Get them all in there. And then finally, just some good old beef stock. Right out of a carton. If you want to use homemade, feel free. I don't have the time for that. But I am using a low sodium because there's a lot of salt in those peppers. And this is just a low sodium beef stock. And that's it. This now goes on a medium-low heat. I'm just going to get out my lid. To cover that. And there we are. This now is going to cook as long as we can let it cook. It's 10 o'clock now, so I'm going to probably let this cook till at least 5 or 6. The longer it cooks, the more tender it's going to be, the more those flavors are going to get together and do their thing, and we just have a great dish. Once that's all done, it's going to be falling apart. You get a really nice hoagie roll, stuff it with the meat, put some cheese on top, or not, and you're done. What we're going to do is we're going to let that cook now, and I mean we're going to let it cook. Then once it's all done, we'll show you the final product. We'll show you how to make one of the sandwiches. And of course, we have to do the taste test. So that's going to cook for now. And I'll see you back probably in about 7 hours. For you, it's only going to be a second. For me, it's going to be torture because I'm going to be smelling this cook all day long. So until I'm back, have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Hey everyone, just thought I'd come back, take a sneak peek at the beef cooking. As you can tell, the phone still hasn't stopped with notifications. So let's take a little look. It's been about 3 hours so far. And we can see, once the steam disappears, the meat's all cooking up nicely. It's starting to fall apart. The beef, the peppers, the juice, everything is all coming together. One thing I do like to do at this point is I just add a brown gravy mix. What this does, it just helps to thicken up the sauce a little bit, adds a little bit more beefy flavor, a little bit nicer flavors. And I'm going to say, it just helps to add more layers of flavor. But that's coming along nicely. If I pull off a little piece, it's already tasting really, really good. This is going to make some incredible sandwiches. It's coming along, it's getting nice and tender. So I'm going to put the lid back on that. And we're going to do this. So that's just a quick little update. And we're going to check it back probably at another 3 hours or so. So we'll see you all then. This has been now cooking forever. The last time you saw, we had solid chunks of meat. We'd added that gravy mix. And, well, now, if my mouse will work... Wow, talk about a video plagued with errors. We now have our finished beef. If I find my tongs, you can see how it's all totally broken up. It's just disintegrated into nothing. It's simmered away. And it smells incredible. I'm just going to pull a nice old chunk out here. So, normally this would get stuffed into a nice big hoagie roll, or some kind of soft roll. But to be honest, I've already had 2. I don't know what happened there. All of a sudden, everything just froze up. I was saying, normally this is served in a big hoagie roll or some kind of like crusty roll. But I've cheated. I've already had 2. I'm really sorry. I couldn't stop. I use a hollow roll just because it stands up to the juices, it stands up to everything. But this, honestly, oh man, that beef flavor hits you right away, of course. You get that little bit of vinegar from all the pepperoncini we added. Of course, you get the heat from that. You can taste the thyme and the basil and the oregano that we added before. It is so good. This has been an extremely long video. Not as far as making it or the skill level. You saw we had it all in the pot in 5 minutes. It's just it takes a long time to cook. So it's great on those, like I said, those cold, dreary days when you just want that something to fire on up the insides. And this will do that for sure. It is a great, delicious meal. Simple to make. You can take the cheapest roast and just let them cook and fall apart till, as you see, shredded beef. Those peppers come through. Everything comes through. It's an incredible dish. I really, really hope you try it. And if you're new to the channel, this is not normally how our videos go. This one's been plagued with errors. I don't know what it is today. From cameras not switching, to videos freezing up, to me not just being able to hold back and record the final product. Like, this has just been too much. But if you're new, please hit that subscribe button. If you are already a subscriber, thank you for coming back. And, well, until next time, fingers crossed it works better. We'll see you then. Have a great night, everyone. Goodbye.